So here we go. Hello everyone, thank you for coming to this webinar. This webinar is part of ShowerThinking's webinar on Pharma series. We are here today with Abraham, my colleague Abraham, who will be the presenter of this webinar about a topic which is, I would say, a hot topic in the industry, which is the Veeva versus Salesforce situation. So if please, Abraham, you can go to the next slide. On this webinar, we will cover the situation for Veeva and Salesforce, and a question that many of our customers are asking us. So everyone wants to know what everyone else is doing in this space. Just in terms for logistics, please make your questions. I will check your questions, and at the end of the webinar, we will have a Q&A session where I will raise your question to Abraham, and if we don't have enough time, we will address through email. So we are more than 100 people attending this webinar, so we will just start. And for those of you that don't know much about ShowerThinking, we are a marketing and IT consultancy, a hybrid company specialized in Salesforce solution for pharma. We have a history for more than 18 years in the industry, and we provide a complete portfolio in Salesforce from the consultancy and strategy to the implementation of this kind of projects. We have more than 40 specialized certified personnel in AI space or environment. And part of our value that we provide to our customers is that we are implementing more than 3,000 omnichannel journeys and campaigns for different pharma companies worldwide. Okay, so let's go in let's start this webinar. So please, Abraham, if you can introduce yourself.
Thank you, Joaquin. Hello, everyone. First of all, thank you for joining today's session, Beyond the Split, the Journey to Next Gen Pharma CRM. My name is Abraham, and I'm a Senior Delivery Manager with more than 25 years of experience in life science industry. Through my career, I'm focused on delivering technology solutions in areas like patency and service, Salesforce automation, commercial effectiveness, and of course, implementations and local and global implementations like Veeva, Salesforce. With all this experience, I've seen firsthand how complex and critical CRM transformation can be in pharma. Today, I'd like to walk you through some of the key challenges, current dynamics, and migration strategies we need to consider as we move toward to the next generation of CRM. So let's start with the main technology challenges life science companies are facing today. As you can see, I'm select for you 5 topics. Let's start with the main technology challenges. First is the tech landscape is highly fragmented. Many systems don't talk to each other, which limits visibilities and slows down decision-making across commercial teams. Second, there is a lack of strong data governance. Without it, data is inconsistent and insecure and difficult to use for strategic insights. Third, the end of the Veeva Salesforce agreement in September 2025 forced companies to rethink their CRM strategy. Choosing the right path forward is not simple. Later, we will see in detail what is the current situation about this topic that I know that is very hot right now. Four, resistance to change is real. Many users struggle to adopt new systems, which affects business performance. And finally, while artificial intelligence offers great potential, adoption is still risky. Issues like data quality, compliance, and talent gaps must be carefully managed. Now that we've seen the challenges, let's look at how do we got here and what is the really challenge in CRM. For years, as you know, Veeva CRM ran on Salesforce infrastructure. It was the standard across the industry, combining Veeva's life science features with Salesforce cloud capabilities. But everything changed when Veeva announced its split from Salesforce. The company decided to move its entire CRM product to its own platform, Veeva Vault. As you know, Veeva Vault was used to manage content, to approve the content, was the platform that in several years was integrated with the CRM. Now, the idea from Veeva side is to centralized all his features in this technology. So if you are familiarized with Veeva Vault, basically all, including CRM, will be in this technology. Let's look in detail what is the current situation in this race, let's say, okay? Basically, as you know, Salesforce, when received the announcements that Veeva left the technology, announced a partnership with IQVIA in order to create his own technology. Okay, the technology now, or the not technology because all is on Salesforce. Basically, the offering is named Life Sciences Cloud. Okay, please not because usually the client is confused for the client because as you know, we have Health Cloud and now Life Science Cloud. Health Cloud is more focused on insurance and for the US market. Okay, it's a combination between different technologies that already exist, like sales, service, marketing. But this new offering from Salesforce, Life Science Cloud, is a new offering. It's a platform that basically will manage the interaction with our HCPs. So let's do a high level recap about what is the current situation. Right now, these two platforms are basically covering the main functionalities that we need to interact with our HCPs. Veeva is more mature because basically they are continue working in his own roadmap, not with the same technology, because as I say, they will use Vault, but basically the features will be the same, okay? And they continue working with his own product roadmap. The new, let's say, is Salesforce. As I say, this new platform provide new features. Right now, let's start, for example, what is the new things that Salesforce provide. Basically, the idea is, I don't know if you see the demo in New York, Salesforce share to the world the look and feel of the solution, and looks very good, honestly. In September 2025, the Life Science Cloud will be released, and this is why, because his agreement, when they start to work together, Veeva and Salesforce create an agreement, and this agreement will be removed in September 2025. This means that in September 2025, Salesforce and Veeva will start to knock your door in order to give more detail about these solutions, okay? But right now, in theory, Salesforce cannot visit customers because currently they have this agreement with Veeva, okay, not to start to promote his new platform until September 2025, okay? In this roadmap, later we will enter in detail about the features that provide both platform, but for me, the most important thing are three things, okay? First, as you can see, right now, the Salesforce platform will not be released until September 2025. Veeva CRM based on Vault technology is already available, okay? in January 2025, they started with the migrations. Okay, his plan is around 5 years from 2025 to January 2030 to finalize all migrations that are ongoing and pending. And at the moment, they announce or is public that these logos, as you can see, Bayer, GSK, BioNTech, Abbott, Novo, these companies already confirm that they will work in the new platform, okay, based on the new technology. This is already confirmed. And on the other way, Salesforce confirmed that Sanofi, Takeda, for example, last 2 weeks ago, confirmed that they will adopt this new solution that comes from Salesforce. Another important milestone or main point is that 1 week ago, Salesforce published that they acquire or they finalize his agreement to acquire Informatica. Informatica is a technology to manage the integrations and data. It's a very important point for the future for the company. So let's continue. Give me a second. So now that we're entering a new phase, we're life science company must choose, basically, okay? If do we follow Veeva Vault or explore a new ecosystem based on Salesforce with this partnership, let's say with IQVIA. This slide show you what is in high level, what is the new functionalities, okay? Because basically Salesforce confirmed that will be this movement to Vault will be a replatform. Okay, in fact, it's a replatform, will be transparent for his customers. Basically, they want to change, they will change his technology, but for you, for the end users, all will be exactly the same. Okay, same look and feel, same features. They can continue working. Our end users will continue working with iRep. Nothing changed. Okay, it's just only for from the technical part is for architecture. Okay, no functionalities, and this is the reason that they are saying that basically his migration will be transparent for us. It's just it provides 0 to minimal disruption in client business. This means that for them will be transparent, and for you will not have any impact. The important thing here is that they are saying, Veeva is saying that this is the migration will not impact in the customer. Yes, in fact, it's yes, because his service team, his service department, will analyze your current solution based on Veeva and will migrate automatically with some accelerators the code from one platform to another one. But the trick here is that they will not cover the customizations that you performed that in the previous years or the integrations. Okay, if you integrate your Veeva CRM with another systems, or if you decide to customize any specific functionality because not covered your needs, it will be necessary that you plan how to migrate these integrations to the new platform. Okay, it will be necessary to perform an assessment in order to identify potential gaps or risk. Okay, as I say, the rest of the things will be continue working as expected and as usual. In December 2025, we will have a new release that will provide very good new functionalities based on artificial intelligence. Okay, are very interesting. Basically, artificial intelligence agents, okay, and shortcuts. The idea is that Veeva CRM will be improved with these agents in order to support to our end users in his daily job, like schedule calls, identify opportunities, etc. The difference between agents and shortcuts is that agents is the typical agent, like Salesforce, exactly the same. And the shortcuts are like macros powered with artificial intelligence. Regarding to how works these agents, is very similar to Salesforce. They will provide you an agent, okay, that will be embedded into the CRM that will help to our field force. And in addition, if you need to connect this agent to another LLM model that you created or a preferred provider like ChatGPT, for example, because they are full agnostic, it will be possible, okay? It will be possible that you connect your own agents created as part of your evolution to artificial intelligence, or you can use the default solution provided by Veeva. Another new functionality that has been announced for December 2025 is the voice control. It's already available, the demo, in his Veeva webpage. The point here is that via the sales rep, when finish his interaction with the physician, he can talk with his telephone, like a note, provide a note with all description about all things that they cover during his interaction with the GCP, and automatically the new Veeva Vault generate the notes, the call, the actions, the insights, etc. Okay, and this voice control is compliant for the pretext. Okay, you can control what is the things that the sales rep say that will be recorded as part of the interaction. Okay, so I say Veeva is saying that it's just a replatform. Veeva Vault currently is available from time ago. Veeva Promo Mats all basically is working from more than 2 years. And the only thing that they are doing is to move, to remove the Salesforce technology and move to Vault. Okay, the migration. If your level of customization is low, in theory, you will not have any problem, but the devil are in the details, is in details, okay? The next one is how looks Salesforce Life Sciences Cloud. As I say previously, this part of a partnership with IQVIA. If you remember, IQVIA creates its own CRM based on Salesforce. His name was OCE, okay? OCE was licensed, and basically IQVIA share the code to Salesforce in order that they can expire in the functionalities that already provide OCE to create his own new platform named Life Science Cloud. So it's a very new application, but minimum will cover the all functionalities that we will need in order to interact with our GCPs. In September 2025 will be available the first release. As I say, is when finish the agreement, the internal agreement that they have between both companies, and they will provide a first release that cover accounts, call management, timeline, C360 view, all things, okay? It's already available as well, a demo in his page in order that you can see how it looks. The solution that they provide for the iPads are really good, and of course are compatible with the offline mode, okay? In addition, in October 2025, they will release the new functionalities like order and event management, very focused on pharma business, and medical insights, a key opinion leads application. Later in July, they will release in my opinion, the best functionalities like advanced analytics and the agents, okay, the CAM, medical, and field agents that can be modified in order to adapt your needs. Okay, basically in the same way like Veeva has his agents, Salesforce will provide an agent, is Agent Force, but customized for the industry. Okay, 100% customized for the industry and fully implemented as part of the new platform. Okay, so yes, it's basically it will be necessary to decide until 2030 if we follow Veeva into Vault or explore the new ecosystem with Salesforce and Incubia. Both platforms share one vision, enabling next-gen commercial excellence, but as I say, they follow very different paths. And your decision must align with your business model, data strategy, and future goals. What is the idea? Right now, as you know, Veeva use different system integrators in order to implement his CRM because it was based on Salesforce. Then it was very easy to find people and good partners to implement this technology because already in the market we have several system integrators that knows how it works Salesforce. But now that they will move to his own platform, maybe it will be more complex, okay? Because at the moment, they are working in some certification programs in order to train to the system integrators in the Veeva Vault technology. But the idea is that Veeva provide these services, okay? His service department provide this support to the migrations, okay? If, for example, if you need to migrate your Veeva CRM based on Salesforce to Vault, Veeva will propose you to do it, saying that it will be easy and they knows how works the technology. The data model will be very, very, very closed because they will continue working with the same data model and name convention, but it will be done by them, okay? And will be complex to find people with experience outside of Veeva. On the other way, for Life Science Cloud, in my opinion, will be more easy, okay? Because first, your Veeva CRM is based on Salesforce. Then the migration can be done for anybody, okay? If you are working with a system integrator that implement your solution and support your solution right now, the same system integrator can do this migration because it's Salesforce to Salesforce, okay? And maybe, depends on the case for sure, will be more easy to migrate the integrations with another systems, okay? Because if these integrations are compatible with Salesforce, will be more easy to migrate these integrations from Salesforce to Salesforce, okay? But let's see. Okay, now later for sure that in the QA time, you can ask me all questions if you want to enter more detail about a specific case. Now let's talk about what drivers a successful CRM migration and what often gets in the way. Okay, this is the 8 must-have ingredients for a successful CRM migration. Okay, first, we need a strong sponsorship and governance. Without clear leadership, there is no direction, no vision, and not commitment. That's a recipe for failure. Basically, this is not a project. If you want to migrate to Veeva Vault or to Salesforce, because at the end you have to do it, okay? This is a fact, you have to do it because in 2030, they will finish his migrations and they will decommission all his old infrastructure. I'm talking about Veeva for sure. For Salesforce will be an implementation from scratch, but it's necessary to find a strong sponsorship to help you to push the migration. Second, the lack of clear objectives is a common trap. If goals are vague, the project loses focus. Scope changes, delays, and budget issues quickly follow. Third, communication and collaboration. Many teams still work in silos. This causes data inconsistencies, slows down decision making, and harms efficiency. Again, this is not the typical project that can be managed only from IT side or from the business side, okay? Because this is a migration. If you remember, we spent several years in the majority of the cases to stabilize this current CRM. So imagine you have to ensure that you will continue working in the same way for the future with the new application. So it's really important break the silos. Okay, fourth, project and risk management. You need a strong project management PM leadership to keep scope, timelines, and expectations under control. Fifth, CRM platform knowledge. Your IT team and business must work closely with experienced CRM consultants to ensure a smooth and realistic migration. Maybe it will be necessary to think about a migration split in different phases. Okay, first try to cover the MVP and later start to evolve the final solution. This data management. Let's migrate everything just in case. That is not an option. Be selective, define a clear cutoff date, and focus on data quality. And this is linked with the next point is integration. Interfaces are expensive, sometimes even more than a CRM itself. You need to identify your real-time data needs early. I think that is a good opportunity, this migration, to revisit these interfaces or integrations that we created in the past with the typical mindset, say, okay, let's do this integration that will be temporary. And this integration is used from 2 years ago or from 3 years ago because nobody wants to touch nothing just in case. So as part of the migration, the data, for sure, the data that you have to migrate and the integrations, for me, will be key. Okay, and my advice is that you spend time to analyze if it makes sense or not the data that you want to migrate, because in some cases the legacy CRM is in life from more than 2 or 3 or 4 years. So does it make sense to have all this information into the CRM if you have a BA or data lake? And finally, user adoption. Okay, start communication as early as possible. Identify the ambassadors with your user base, and yes, you will need a solid training plan. Okay, it's not only to say, okay, we need to change our CRM. You need to identify which ambassadors can help you to from the beginning, who can help you to try to accelerate this part. Okay. The next is choosing a new CRM is basically the main guidelines to make the right decision. Okay, when we have to start the migration, what is the things that we need to bear in mind in order to define this journey? Okay, first, a strategy. Define a realistic goals, build a solid migration plan, involve the right stakeholders early, and make roles and responsibilities clear from day one. Second, assessment. Don't rush. Evaluate your organization from different angles: governance, processes, trainings, needs, customizations, data quality, and of course, costs. The next should be the selection. Choose the platform that fits your business needs, but base your choice on the assessment. Understand how each work stream will be impacted and what risks are involved. Okay, at the moment, if you decide what is the best platform, you don't know, because both platforms are good. But the point is, if the platforms can be adapted to your needs with a minimum of customizations. Fourth, implementations. Align your processes with the CRM roadmap. This is really important. Instead, to try to think that if one functionality cannot cover your needs, let's start with the customization. No, stop. Think about if it already makes sense to or not to start with a full customized CRM, or just to wait to the product roadmap in order to analyze if maybe makes more sense to wait 1 month or 2 months in order to see the new functionality. As I showed you previously in the slide related to Salesforce, as you can see, in October, they will release the new functionality. It's just to wait, okay? Just to wait and see if these functionalities can be adapted or not, or grant your needs. And five, this is the last point, is the adoption. Track everything, measure adoption, be ready to adjust continuous monitoring, and what will help you define success and reach it. And that's all. This is the main guidelines. It's strategy, assessment, selection, implementation, and adoption. If you cover all these points before to start to the migration, you will have a roadmap. You will have a plan that will help you to cover the challenges that you will have. Okay, before we move into the QA, I'd like to leave you with 3 key takeaways that, in my view, capture the sense of today's discussion. Okay, first, this is not just a tech change. The end of the Salesforce Veeva agreement is reshaping how pharma companies think about CRM. It's a strategic decision, not just a platform switch. Maybe the different providers will say, no, this is a platform switch, but at the end, it's not a platform switch. Second, CRM migration is complex but manageable. With the right strategy, people, and execution, it's possible to reduce risk and build a future-ready ecosystem. Third, timing matters. The longer you wait, the harder and more expensive it gets. So start planning early, define your vision, and surround yourself with the right expertise. Now it's time for the QA. I'd love to open the floor for your questions.
Thank you. We're just in time, everyone. So thank you very much.
Yeah.
We have a number of we have a number of questions. I think that this is very interesting, and some will complete the view that the presentation that you have. The first question is very basic. If he can access the slides, if you are able to provide the slides for this presentation. I understand it's no problem.
Yes, we can provide the slides, and in addition, maybe we can upload the video in order to share it with
the next slide, you can provide our email for contact purpose. Then, in terms of questions, let's go to the first one. We are a long-time Veeva customers, but with the platform deeply customized. Which platform do you see will have an advantage for us in terms of how easy is the migration?
Okay, first, I know that we have different platforms with different level of customization. But the question here, now that we have to migrate, the first thing that we need to do is to analyze if all these customizations make sense or not. Because maybe we implement these customizations time ago, and now the new roadmap or the features that Veeva and Salesforce will provide sooner maybe can be adapted to your business. So my first recommendation is to analyze if all these huge level of customizations make sense. And second, imagine that these customizations is a must for your organization. Let's evaluate, because if these full customizations are in Salesforce, in theory, will be more easy to migrate it to Salesforce, okay? Because we'll migrate from Salesforce to Salesforce. If you want to keep these customizations for the new platform, to Veeva platform, you need to talk with Veeva in order to evaluate and perform a risk assessment, okay? Because the service department, in theory, only will migrate the standard objects, okay? But my recommendation: analyze, it makes sense, this level of customizations, and second, identify these customizations in order that you can contact with the different providers and see his roadmap, if as part of his roadmap, these features will be covered.
Okay, good. Now it's coming a question, and it's probably the most common that we are having from the questions is, do you have a view on the cost differences between both platforms?
Okay, between us, I don't have it. I'm work with Veeva, and I'm working in different positions that I have access to the cost. But honestly, every Veeva has different pricing modes based on the customer. Okay, but my point is, at the end, Salesforce will be more cheap. Okay, because at the end you can contract with a system integrator to create and configure all these features that provide the new platform, Life Sciences Cloud. At the moment, the answer is no. I don't have any detail, but I can anticipate that Salesforce platform will be more cheap.
Okay, now it's coming at questions. Do you think some customers using both platforms at the same time in the future?
Yeah, why not? For example, currently we have. It's not listen, I'm working in IQVIA in several years, and I have the opportunity to configure OCE that is based on Salesforce integrated with the Veeva Vault in order to manage promo mats. So if you want, for example, to continue working with your Veeva promo mats in order to manage the CLM materials, you can work in the same way like until now. Basically, you can integrate your sales Life Sciences Cloud with Veeva Vault, or you can imagine that you want to use in US region Veeva and in Europe region Life Sciences Cloud. It's possible, because at the end, if you want to synchronize all this data, you have to put in the middle a data lake, or in this case, if your preference is Salesforce, you can use Data Cloud. But yes, okay, it's possible, and it will be possible.
Good. Next question is, thank you, Abraham, for this interesting presentation. I was wondering, what is the recommended process with the reports and dashboards that currently are in Veeva CRM? So
okay,
is the recommended process with the reports and dashboard?
It depends. If you are referring to the reports that use the field force, okay, based on Salesforce, will be very easy, okay, because if you want to migrate these reports to the new platform based on Salesforce, will be easy. It's just one report based on Salesforce, move to a new report that will be based on Salesforce. Okay. The point is, what happened with the My Insights? If you remember, it's another type of dashboards that use HTML, but basically it will be necessary to extract the My Insights and first check if Salesforce platform will support these My Insights. So they think yes. If not, create it from scratch in another environment like Power BI or these things. But talking about reps, field force, the reports can be migrated in an easy way.
Okay, another question is, will the object names be changed
No, based on Salesforce, based on Veeva is saying that in order to facilitate and accelerate his migration to the new platform, they will keep his the same data model name convention. Okay, all objects, the typical and the Veeva objects will be migrated as is with the same name. Okay. The point is that if you created a custom object, okay, you have to inform to Veeva in order to create it in the new data model. But if we are talking now to try to migrate from our current Veeva CRM based on Salesforce to the new platform, yes, will be the same. But, you will is part of the assessment, okay? But we have two options, okay? Migrate it with the current name in order that not impact, because I think that your question is more related, okay, what happened with my integrations or what happened with the tables that I'm mapping with another systems if you change the name. Basically, as part of the migration, it will be necessary to create these objects with the same name if you created a custom object. But if you use a standard object, this means that it's a Salesforce object that will be migrated as is with the same name and will be transparent in this case.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. So next question is, what are your recommendations for implementing the project, considering that Salesforce will release capabilities at different times, potentially leaving gaps in functionalities that will still be covered by the original CRM platform?
Yes, good question. But basically, I think that we are very familiarized with this approach because it's just a product roadmap. My recommendation is wait for September 2025 in order to see what is the features that will be released as part of the first release. And second is to wait. But honestly, if you see later, if you need more detail, please contact us. But if you see the first release, basically the MVP, all mandatory functionalities that we will need in order to cover our interactions are okay. For me, the key is if you are managing or if you are doing calls in pharmacies, is to wait for October in order to see if the order management, pricing rules, product catalog is part of the 100% cover or not. But the point here is, yes, you have to wait in order to see when will arrive the new features. But the good news is that imagine if you cannot wait, at the end you can create it in your own because it's Salesforce. Okay, but my recommendation is that you will be aligned your request to the product roadmap in both cases, Veeva and Salesforce.
Okay, fantastic. Next question is, we are on OCE via Kivia based on Salesforce. Do you know if the current customization can be easily transferred to Salesforce?
I don't know if it will be easy or not because I'm not aware about the specific customization that you are talking. But the point is, will be feasible. This is the answer. Okay, the customization will be feasible because OCE is Salesforce and the migration will be a Salesforce. So to Salesforce. So Salesforce to Salesforce, it is possible. In my experience, in 2 years working in IQVIA, leading the big implementation across the world in Roche, is that all these customizations are done as code level and can be migrated to another Salesforce platform.
Mm-hmm.
But again, this is not OCE. In theory, will be better than OCE, and it's a new platform. This means that if you have a customization in your OCE, because I don't know, a stupid example, but imagine that in your account, object, you request create a new field, in theory, it will not be necessary because Salesforce take in account these changes in order to create his new platform. But again, if you have any specific customization can be migrated. I don't know if it's easy or not, in an easy way or not, but will be feasible.
Okay, good. Next question, and probably the last question that because we are running out of time. Do you think that AI is ready to be part of CRM in the pharma industry?
I think yes. Right now, yes, because currently in ShowerThinking, we are implementing several projects. For me, will be okay, but the key point is that it will be necessary first to start to do any implementation related to this topic, to create an assessment and to identify what is the pros and cons. Okay, because if you start with a huge project trying to cover all, to implement it in all places, I think that is not a good approach. Okay, my recommendation is that you start with a proof of concept in order to measure what is it is successful or not, and later to grow this proof of concept. But the answer is yes, for sure. I'm completely sure that the artificial intelligence is already can be implemented, and is a fact that is already available in our industry, and will basically in these next years will be key for us, not only from the technical point of view for the business, because it's very, very, very useful for them.
Okay, next question. We have an HCP portal authenticating users with IQVIA. The question is it possible to maintain in Veeva this functionality, or we need to rebuild again?
The point is that the IQVIA, IQVIA create a partnership, okay, in order to release to share his code for OCE, but not means that IQVIA will be part of the Salesforce, or IQVIA will say no, I will only work with Salesforce because we have a partnership. No, for the OWA access, that is your question, will be available for both platforms. Maybe it will be necessary to perform some adjustments, but at the end will works, okay? And it's key for Veeva. Veeva needs, I'm completely sure that as part of the services department offerings will be cover this type of integrations, because it's a industry standard, okay? And I'm completely sure, yes, will be feasible. Maybe it will be necessary to do some adjustments, but your case is the same case like 100 of customers right now that they have OWA authentication engine.
Okay, good. So I think that we are going to close this webinar because we are completely running out of time. And so thank you really very much to everyone for attending this webinar and all your questions. We are providing here in this slide our email address in case that you have some more specific questions for Abraham or myself. And just thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much. My idea is to continue doing this type of webinars with the next challengers. Then I'm preparing a new webinar that will be ready soon, focus on artificial intelligence. So if you want, you can join with us. I will post in our channels when will be available. So thank you so much, and see you.
Goodbye.